Okay, it's the middle of November. It's a week before Thanksgiving, and it's beautiful outside. And so, I'm kind of doing the normal Brian thing, which is wearing shorts and a t-shirt because it's awesome. And my goodness, have I received some critiques over what I'm wearing and how it's like, hey, don't you know what date it is? And literally today, I was approached by a stranger in a restaurant as I was having breakfast with some friends. A dude came up out of nowhere and says, man, do you not know that it's like the middle of November and you're sitting here in shorts and a t-shirt? I'm like, wow, good morning. You see, that's not unusual for me. I know I'm a little bit of a peculiar person and I don't always fit in, really never have. In high school, I'd wear 2 different color of flip-flops because, I thought that was fun, or, a Mickey Mouse earring or something. And so I've never really quite fit in a lot of ways. And sometimes I get comments about that. Well, see, here we are in the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, right in the middle. And Paul is going to unpack what it looks like to be godly and what is the cause of godliness, but then also what are some consequences. And he flat out says that if you want to be and pursue godliness, you're going to have persecution and suffering. Now, in the previous verses 1 through 9, he gives big examples of what ungodliness is. And it's not just the behavior, although the behavior is the fruit of it. But he gets down into the heart and the soul. It's really about selfishness. It's about me. It's about I want what I want, and it's a pursuit of worldly satisfaction. Then he flips it and says, but you. He says it twice in verse 10 and verse 14, but you. He's like, that's not who you are. And so he unpacks this of what does godliness look like. And there is a behavioral aspect. He even begins with that. And it's a pursuit of what's my hope, what's my goal, what drives me. But underneath the whole thing is love. That the inside of me is wrapped up in love, which is the opposite of selfishness, the opposite of self-centeredness, the opposite of pursuing satisfaction in anything or anyone outside of Jesus. And sometimes that can really rub culture and community the wrong way, because you're not fitting in. You're not like, you're not pursuing the way that the world tells you should pursue. You might have restrictions on your children that they can't have everything and do everything that their friends have and do, because you have something bigger and better that's gospel-centered for them. It might be what you do with your money and your retirement, that you're not fitting into. Go do all this and buy all of this, because you have a gospel mindset of like, no, the Lord has given me all of this. And so there can be either being made fun of or being shamed or being ostracized. It can lead to broken relationships. Persecution and suffering have a million different flavors. The Christians in Africa are literally being murdered for their faith. And we're not in danger of that in the U.S. right now. But it doesn't mean there's no persecution. It's just really different. It's no fun to be made fun of. I don't like being ostracized or people thinking I'm weird. But that's just the reality. That as a pastor, it's a little bit more obvious sometimes because I wear it on my sleeve, so to speak. But for all believers, if my hope truly is in Jesus, and it's brokenly, that's true. If my hope is there, that I'm not going to quite fit in with what the culture tells me to say, to do, to believe. It's what the culture tells me that I'm supposed to say. But instead, I look to Jesus and say, Jesus, who am I? You tell me. What am I called to do and to be? You tell me, and I'll follow you. And Paul says, sometimes it's going to be hard, but it's okay. Go with steadfastness. Go with perseverance, because the Lord has gone before you, and he was steadfast and persevered in the ultimate persecution on the cross, and now gives you life. And that changes everything. We'll unpack that more this weekend. See you soon.